Welcome to Consultant Chronicle. On this episode, Mark Thompson continues his three-part series on preparing for your certification exam. Also on this episode, industry buzzwords in 60 seconds.
Hello everyone, welcome to Consultant Chronicle. A few weeks ago I got into a discussion on IT certifications. I decided to create a formal presentation on what it takes to study and take the exam, even discuss what occurs at the testing centers. This is the first of 3 parts. I hope you learned something. All right, so gentlemen, I want to take a few minutes and talk about certification. We're taking a course, and we know in the end, we want to take our exams, pass the exams, and celebrate. We want to have a great weekend, and we're stressed. Many of us, it's actually quite normal to be stressed prior to the exam. Now, there are 2 things. Taking a course and studying for an exam are 2 different things. In a perfect world, we want to take the course, and the next day we pass an exam. That's a perfect world. But you do need to study. So let's talk about some guidance here that I want to give you in preparation for your exams. Okay, so create a study schedule. It is critical. Many of us create the schedule and we don't stick to it. You really want to treat it like it's work. It's a job, okay? So your work schedule, you guys are dedicated. You show up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever that schedule is. You take your half-hour lunch, whatever that schedule is. You need to do the same thing. Plan a schedule. Get your family involved. Don't show up Monday at 6 o'clock when you get home and tell the family, hey guys, don't bother me. I'm going to be studying for the next 2 hours. Okay? Don't knock on the door. Okay? If someone calls, don't bother me. Don't say that. Please get your family involved. Okay? Your significant other, if you have children, get them involved and say, hey, look, Daddy will be studying next week. I'm going to be studying Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Okay? Inform them. Don't slam them with this surprise news that you are unavailable. Know the family culture. Are we talking about soccer? Are we talking about basketball? After-school activities? Fit this in with your family culture. As a matter of fact, I've had students in the past who get together from the same company and create their own work-study group. You can do that. I have a concern. This last bullet here, a small group. Don't get 8 or 10 guys in the group, please. You're going to create distractions. You're going to talk about the game. You're going to talk about fishing. You're going to talk about everything but study. It happens. Okay? Have a common goal and get a couple of folks together and have a schedule. So critical, create a schedule, please, and stick to it. Be dedicated to that schedule, just like you are to your work. Okay. When you are taking an exam, time is your enemy. So let's say you have an hour and a half to take and pass your exam. People will sit there and they will read the question over and over and they've forgotten about the clock. Okay? My first advice here, you will get easy questions. Do me a favor. Answer the question and move on. Don't sit there and go over it and go over it and go over it. Answer it and move on. The time you save may be needed for the more difficult questions. And you will have some difficult questions. You will have questions that you don't have a clue. What the heck is going on? Where did this come from? Did we cover this in class? I don't remember this. Read the question. So, based on my experience, there are times when there's some exams where you don't want to spend more than 3 minutes on a question. All right? So the easy ones, answer it and move on. You're going to need that time later. Now let's back up a second here. Gentlemen, I received my first certification in 1998. I've been taking exams ever since. A year has not gone by and I have not taken and passed exams. I stress, to this very day, I still stress over exams. Because you and I don't want to waste our time. We studied all weekend. We prefer to give up that weekend so we could pass the exam. Okay? So I stress to this very day, meaning it's important to me. I don't want to go in and fail. No one wants to fail, so do what you have to do to pass the exam. Time is your enemy. Industry buzzwords in 60 seconds. Clock starts now. Big data. Big data, quite simply, is data owned by your company, stored in various locations, stored in various formats. You can't name a corporation that is not using big data. Companies such as Facebook, Apple, Microsoft. Thanks for watching.